Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Meek. We're here for the at-home activity number 15, and today we're going to be getting ready for the 100th day of school by doing some 100-day activities, and we're going to be using our writing skills that we've been learning where we're going to do some writing on our own. So the first thing that you are going to have in your homework packet this time is I can write a sentence. I'm not going to have you dictate a sentence this time. You're going to write about whatever you would like. So I want you to really bring in what you've learned about uppercasing, lowercasing, spacing, using the word while words, spelling them correctly. And you've got 3 different lines here where you can write about your sentence. And then if you'd like, even on the back of it, you can draw an illustration. And then I'm going to look at these, read them, and then we're going to share them in the classroom so you can write about whatever you like. So that is the first part of your at-home activity. The second part is we are going to be talking about the 100th day of school. And I'm going to have you do a really fun project where you are going to get to hide the numbers to 100 on a blank piece of paper. So you're going to get a white piece of paper stapled with the instructions, and in this little baggie are the numbers to 100. So it's a 100. You're going to get these out. And on your paper, you are going to somehow make a picture. Like I'm going to give you a couple ideas of some people have used glasses, and then this is the mouth. A couple of people have had it be an old-fashioned skeleton key, and they've had this be the top of it, and then this is the key. So those are a couple of ideas. And then I wanted to show you how I added in some detail and some color, and I did a frog with the mouth as the 1, and then the 2 eyes were the zeros. So I don't want you to use any of those ideas that I gave you as a sample. I want you to try to come up with your own hidden 100 picture. We are going to share these, and then they're going to go outside on the bulletin board, and I'm going to put them in your scrapbook. So I've said I'd like to have them back by next Monday so that we can get started on our bulletin board. So I can't wait to see the pictures that you're going to make. The next part of our homework packet is I have this super cute story. It's called The 3 Little Pigs. And then there's some other characters that we've read about this year that are going to be inside of it. And it talks about how they count to 100 using numbers and using 3D shapes, the shapes that aren't just 2-dimensional that we've talked about, and we're going to really start to study. Those are going to be in here. It's by Grace Macaroni. That's a funny last name. And pictures by Pistachio. I'm not sure if they made those names up or not. So let's see what happens in The 3 Little Pigs Count to 100. And this was a book that was given to me by a student last year. It says, once upon a time there was one mother pig. She had 2 apples, but 3 sons. She cut each of the apples in half to make 4 pieces, and the 4 pigs shared them. So look how that's equal parts. We're going to be talking about that too. They were still quite hungry. Is it time for you to seek your fortune? The mother pig said to her sons, and off they went. The first little pig met a man with 5 bundles of straw. Please, sir, give me that straw to build a house, said the first little pig. The man did. And the first little pig built a house in the shape of a cylinder. A wolf came along and he knocked at the door. Little pig, let me come in. To which the little pig answered, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. This made the wolf angry, and he said, then I'm going to huff and I'll puff and I'm going to blow your house in. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. Luckily, while the wolf was busy doing all that, huffing and puffing, the first little pig had a chance to run away as fast as his little pig feet could carry him. The second little pig met a boy with 6 big sticks and some sheets. Please, sir, give me those sticks and sheets to build a house, said the second little pig, and I think you might recognize him. The boy did, and the second little pig built a house in the shape of a cone. Looks kind of like a Native American teepee that we studied too, but look who's coming in the background. The little wolf came along and said, little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'm going to blow your house in. So the wolf huffed and puffed and he blew the house down. Luckily, while the wolf was busy doing all that huffing and puffing, the second little pig had a chance to run away as fast as his little pig feet could carry him. The third little pig met a girl with 7 baskets of fluffy white wool. "Would you like these 7 baskets of wool to build a house?" asked the girl. The third little pig quickly declined. "No, thank you," he said, "not wool." Then the third little pig met a fellow with 8 bags of leaves. "Would you like these 8 bags of leaves to build a house?" the fellow asked. Once again, the third little pig quickly declined. "No, thank you," he said, "not leaves." So I think he's starting to understand you need a little heavier stuff. A short while later, the third little pig met a woman with 9 boxes of rose petals. "Would you like these 9 boxes of rose petals to build a house?" asked the woman. The flower petals smell very nice, but the third little pig declined once again. "Definitely not rose petals," he said. "No, thank you." The third little pig continued on his way until he met a cat with 10 pails of peanuts. "Would you like these 10 pails of peanuts to build a house?" asked the cat. The third little pig, who liked peanuts very much, had to decline. He sighed. "No, thank you. Unfortunately, peanuts won't do." Still thinking about fragrant flower petals and tasty peanuts, the third little pig walked along until he met a man with a load of bricks. "Bricks! Please, sir," said the third little pig. "Give me those bricks to build a house." "How many?" asked the man. The little pig gave this some thought. 11, not enough. 12, no. 13, no. 14, no. 15, no. 16, no. 17, no. 18, no. 19, no. 20, still not enough. "I need 100, the little pig said. So you can see how he's got 10 frames in here, and on his 10 frames, he's got all of those little bundles of how many he's gonna need. So with 100 bricks, the third little pig built his house in the shape of a cube using all of those 10 rods. Then the little wolf came in, as he did to the other little pigs, and he said, little pig, let me come in." "No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'm gonna blow your house in." Well, he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed. He couldn't blow that house down. It's just too heavy. The wolf was so tired and hungry that he decided to become a vegetarian. And we've talked about this in class. Remember, a vegetarian is someone who doesn't eat meat. "These peanuts are good." The third little pig had a lovely supper too, and he and his family lived happily ever after, still sharing those apples. This is the first little pig. First, that's me. This is the second little pig. Second, that's me. And this is the third little pig. Third, that's me. These are all ordinal words that we've been working on. This house is a cylinder. My house is a cone. My house is a cube. And then 2 is 1 more than 1. 3 is 1 more than 2. 4 is 1 more than 3. I want 2 apples. I want 3 apples. I want 4 apples, because we've been talking about 1 more and 1 less than a given number. Now on the homework packet this time, we're going to give you a 100 chart and we're going to ask you to do this. Count to 100s by ones, pointing and touching and counting as you go. And then we're going to have you count to 100 by 10s. And then Humpty Dumpty says, "May I sit on your wall?" So see if you can do this and have fun doing your homework activities this week. See you next time.